Also, I need your guys' help. Justin Wong did the thing that everybody does. He said, damn, the Italian Sajam's chilling with QNAC, who dropped the big Twitch Prime. Thanks very much. The Italian Sajam on Terrence's house. Who sees the resemblance? So I look like another white person, apparently. You know how it is. Every day is a new random white person that looks like me. What is even Terrence's house? I don't even know what that is. Japanese reality TV? So you're telling me there's one white guy on there, and Justin's convinced it's me. It's this guy? Is this the guy? There could be another guy, right? I have long wispy hair instead of thick, short hair. It must be the nose. My nose is not even shaped the same way though. My nose is like humped because it's broken. Can't wait for the Sajam lookalike tier list from Justin Wong. That would actually be beast. You joke, but I'm actually super down for that. Oh my god, I forgot to tell you guys. Oh shit, I got a beast of a story. This guy Vicious was out. Jeremy Vicious, he's out, right? And as he's out hanging around and chilling with some of his homies, he's enjoying life. And he's hanging out with a friend of his who's kind of familiar in fighting games, and his homies show up. So Jeremy's friend's friend. So they're all hanging out. Vicious is having a good time. And then these guys walk up to Vicious, and they kind of know fighting games a little bit. And they're like, oh my, we recognize you. We recognize you for your commentary. And Vicious is like, oh yeah, that's cool. And they go, yeah, you're Sajam, right? And Vicious is like, at this point, like everybody's been Sajam at least once. So obviously Vicious is like, yeah, dude, I'm Sajam, yeah, it's me, Sajam. And they're like, hey, can you like read this for us? Like they wanted him to read something because they thought it was me. So they were like, yeah, he's Sajam. We'll have him read something. So Jeremy sits down and he starts reading whatever they want. And Jeremy told me he did an impression of me. He's like, yeah, I talked like you to make it seem like I was Sajam. And I was like, how the fuck did you do an impression of me? And Jeremy said, he started with, the thing about this is, that was like his impression of me. And I was like, all right, how did it go? He's like, yeah, they were with it. They were about it, right? And they were talking and shit. And he says like, he was reading whatever they asked him to read and they made it a little bit into it. And then after a little while, they're like, oh, we fucked up. You're not Sajam at all. And I was like, that's pretty good that they realized like halfway through the situation that they had gotten themselves into. Now, you guys should post some Sajam 200s in the chat. Now, this is what Jeremy looks like. For those of you guys wondering who don't know what Jeremy looks like, he is Filipino, he's bald, and he wears glasses. That's a lot different than me. I said, how did they not recognize me? They didn't look at your hair. They didn't like realize, all this kind of stuff, whatever, right? Like they didn't realize that. And he looks at me, he says to me, like dead face. He goes, well, I was wearing a beanie. And I said, oh, no wonder they thought you were Sajam. You were wearing a beanie. We all know how much Sajam wears beanies, right? He's always wearing a beanie. He's hiding his hair constantly. I must have just been wearing a beanie to blend in. I see how it is. How many people now have been accused of being Sajam? Giuna, Sammy Fish, Vicious. Has it happened to Ringe? It must have happened to Ringe is Sajam. Ultra David. Somehow it's come all the way around to Ultra David. Oh, Jake Ryan, Brian F. Has it happened to Tasty Steve? Yeah, people have come up to Tasty Steve and called him Sajam. So that's at least 8. LPT, that's 9. Myers, that's 10. Majas, that's 11. I should just do a heist movie where I go to Japan and replace their blueprints with rollback netcode and call it Sajam's 11. I'm down, dude. I got enough people now. Jake and Kuba are fake Sajams. I think it's mostly Jake that gets called a fake Sajam, but yeah. Having people confuse me with that one white guy that commentates the CPT. Are you talking about me? I'm that guy. He means James Chen. That's not good. We're on a bad tangent if that's where we're at. We're at Trinity, who paid the big 5 smackaroo. Link this cursed picture again. Link it, you sick fuck. I'll post it. This is going to rank pretty high on the Sajam lookalike tier list. Why did you guys have this created? I have to ask. Why did you have me superimposed over Majin Obama? Majin Majas? That's even better. Holy shit. Majin Majas. This is him in the flesh trying to steal my job at Evo Japan. I really respect Sajam. He works so hard. He literally works every event. That's like the trick post, right? Sajam, I was a big fan of the way that you crush it at the Tekken finals. You and Rip were commenting. I'm like, that was Majin Obama. That's actually my best secret, right? Is that random people always think that other random white people are me. So I get credit for everything. They think I've won Evo. They think I've commentated the World Finals for everything. Like, I just get credit for all kinds of shit. Do you guys remember that time?
Like the fact that Majin Obama got 3rd place at that Evo and didn't qualify for the Tekken World Tour, I thought was a travesty. Not just because he plays King and I love King and I wanted to see more King there.
You know, I love that clip. I can't help it. I've watched it probably 15 times. My favorite part about it is I never knew who he meant until he said, plays King. Congratulations, Majin Obama. Fighting Tuesday, making top 3. It's fantastic. That entire clip fills me with joy and happiness. Have I ever said Obama and the person that I was talking to thought I meant the former president? Absolutely, yeah. Have I ever said Obama and the person thought I was talking about the commentator, but I meant the former president? I think that has happened before too, yes.